So, who has a tax obligation? Well, if you're a US citizen or a legally permanent resident, then you have a tax filing obligation if you, of course, you have income. Now, when we use the term resident for tax purposes, that is used differently than for immigration purposes. So, you are a US resident if you are physically present in the United States. So the test for tax purposes to see if you're subject to federal income taxes, if you are physically present in the United States for a certain number of days. We count days. And so, by the way, be careful what you ask for, because if you are physically present in the United States for this period of time, then you are subject to US income taxes on your worldwide income. So US citizens, whether they're present in the US or not, are subject to federal income taxes on their worldwide income. If you are a resident alien in the United States, meaning a resident in the United States, physically present, but not a US citizen or a legally permanent resident, green card holder, then you are subject to US income taxes on your worldwide income if you satisfy this substantial presence day. And so we count days. Basically, it is if you are present in the United States physically for more than 183 days during a 3-year period. And so that we look at this year, the current year, and it's at least 31 days during the current year. And then we add the days from the 2 prior years. But what we do is we don't weight the days in the 2 prior years as heavily as the current year. So it's 1/3 of the days in the last year and 1/6 of the days in the second prior year. The bottom line for most unauthorized immigrants is that they are, as soon as they come to the United States and have been here for more than basically 183 days, they're subject to US income taxes. Why? We don't have a porous border. People aren't going back and forth. This becomes much more of a detailed analysis for a lot of our H-2B temporary workers. So I work with a lot of farm workers, and when they come to work, they actually have they get a social security number and they have a visa, but they're only here for a short period of time. So if they are not here long enough, then they're taxed as a non-resident, which means they are only taxed on their US source income. If you are taxed as a US resident, then you're taxed on your worldwide income. So for most unauthorized immigrants, because nobody's going back and forth, they are subject to US income tax on worldwide income. But as you can see, it matters when you come into the country. So if you come into the country at the end of the tax year, you might not be subject to US taxes as a US citizen that year. So it's a little bit complicated.